Hi, this is Julie Becker, and today I wanted to talk with you a little bit about the quality of decisions that you make and your willingness to honor them and stick with them. A few days ago, I did a discussion, a video about the decision-making process and the steps you go ahead and take to arrive at a good decision so that you can make better decisions. And today I just want to expound on what happens after you make a decision. People make all sorts of decisions in everyday life uh, regarding, what kind of children are my children going to play with? Am I going, what am I going to do with my day? Am I going to read 30 minutes to my child every day? Am I going to make it a point to um, make sure that I kiss my spouse goodbye when I leave during the day? And you make all sorts of decisions all the time, and you make bigger decisions too. Today I'm going to go ahead and apply for this job, and here's what I'm going to ask for this salary, and I'm not going to waver on it. That's my decision. Today I'm going to, start on my process, and I'm going to lose 5 pounds within 2 weeks. Today I'm going to, whatever it is, whatever your decision is that you want to do. It may be today I've researched this new business and I think it's really awesome. I've done my research, and you know what? I'm going to get involved. Okay, so there's all sorts of decisions that you can make. And I think about this quite often, honestly, because I am in business, and so I'm thinking about decisions all the time, and I'm talking to people about their decisions all the time. And I'm always evaluating, my decisions too. Now, in my line of work, I have an online business, and I also have been involved in network marketing. And in that line of work, um, I see people waffling on their decisions all the time. Okay, they've made a decision to get involved, but in the back of their mind, they've said, "I'm going to get involved. I'm going to get involved. I've made the decision to get involved, and I'll give it 3 months." You see, so it's kind of a wishy-washy decision. You got to look at the quality of the decisions you're making, because why bother making a decision and giving yourself an out? I mean, why bother going through the motions? Everybody learns at a different rate. Everybody acquires success at a different rate, and you really only need to measure yourself against yourself. So if you're measuring yourself against other people, it's not really a good measurement system anyway. So, that gives me frustration sometimes when I talk to people, and really I do try to impress upon the point that, I'm one of those people, and not everybody is, but get yourself to the point. Try to think about getting yourself to the point of saying, I am going to do this until, and your until is whatever goal that you've set. Until I make $10,000 a month, or until I'm achieving 50 leads a day, or whatever it is. You need to do that for yourself. Otherwise, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. You're leaving yourself an out. And I don't like to see people waste their time and spin their wheels. It's going to take you as long as it's going to take you. And a lot of times it really just has to do with people not listening to people like me tell you what you need to do, or whoever your expert is. You're not listening to them tell you what you need to do. You think you're going to do it on, I'm going to do what I want to do, and we'll see what happens. And that isn't necessarily the best path for success, especially if you're in an industry where you're working on duplication, and duplication matters. But anyway, so let's look at that decision, the quality of the decisions that you make. And what kind of a person are you? I'm the kind of person, honestly, I've only ever joined one network marketing deal in my life to work, and I stuck with it, and I stayed with it, and I developed a great business. Now, I'm not one to hop from one thing to the other thing, and not to say that the temptations aren't there. There certainly are. There's a lot of great companies out there, but if you can succeed with one, you can succeed with any of them. It's all dependent on what's in your mind. So, and I get that. And I really want you to think about that, because that is the absolute truth. Now, there are some businesses that are easier to work than others. I mean, that's just the truth. Some businesses are easier than others. And um, while I'm still involved in my network marketing business, one thing I will say is that um, things changed in our life that made it very difficult for me to get out and prospect belly to belly. So, I turned to the internet to learn how to generate leads online, and in the process I started up an online business too, because honestly that was a very good fit for my lifestyle and it's what I needed. Now that's not, I didn't quit. What I did is I looked at my circumstances and said, due to necessity, I need to reevaluate and reprioritize the way I do things, and I still have this. But now it makes more sense to me for me to spend more time on this piece because that's where I can spend my time, and um, that's what I need to do in my life right now, and that's different. So, just think about if you're one of those people that hops from thing to thing, and you're telling yourself it's because this thing wasn't good enough and this thing is better. And the reality is, and I hate to be the poo-pooer here, but it's true. The reality is the reason that you hopped from one to the other is because you weren't having the success that you wanted in the thing that you were in, so you hopped to another one. And so I just want you to think about that. You know what? And I want you to really, own that. I'm a kind of call it like you see it kind of girl. Some people like it and some people don't. But you're always gonna know where you stand with me. And my absolute honest intention is to help you, to help raise the bar for you, to help you be successful, to help you to be, the kind of person that you want to be. One thing when you make decisions like this, I read a really good book called The Four Agreements, and a great book, real easy read, small book if you want to look that up. But on the first agreement, and when I first read it, it took a while to sink in. And I was like, the power of it is amazing. The first agreement that if you can do this and honor this in your life, it is going to just change the way you talk to yourself, to people, and it's going to affect your decisions too. But the first agreement is to honor your word. Say what you mean and mean what you say. And you know what? I'm still working on this too. I've read that book a while ago, and sometimes I do still reread it because sometimes, little just quick funny example, I'll be riding in the car and somebody cuts me off and I might blurt something out because I do still have the blurt challenge once in a while, hey, I'm human. And then, my daughter will remind me very nicely, Mommy, your words. And I said, you know what? You are absolutely right, and I apologize that I let the anger get the best of me, and that I did not say what I meant, and I apologize for that. And then it's great to have kids for reminders. They'll keep you accountable. But do think about that. That's a really just a simple little nugget I can give to you that will really help you with your everyday life, to really think about what you're going to say and say what you mean. And where that comes in play with the decisions is, if I say I'm going to do something, I say, for example, with business, I'm going to get involved with this business, and if I say I'm going to do it until I'm making 20, 30,000, whatever dollars a month, that's whatever your goal is, then you say it and you mean it and you stick with it. Stick to itiveness is an amazing quality. All successful people have that, because if you listen to all their stories, they've all failed at something prior to that. And a lot of them will tell you it's because either they didn't give it all their effort or they just quit. So that's just really something for you to think about, because life is going to give you for whatever you settle for. Okay? And that's your decision. So when you say I'm going to do it for 3 months, if you're not successful in 3 months and you stop, life's given you what you have settled for. And also you said it aloud, so you gave yourself the out. So really, you made a decision to kind of dip your toe in the water. You didn't make a decision to do it. So think about, especially the big decisions in your life, think about those. Think about what you want to say before you say it, and commit to it. Be committed. Being committed and persevering, it's what separates the men from the boys and the women from the girls. It's what separates it. That's called the big boy or big girl pants. That's being committed. I'm one of those people. I'm a committed person. When I'm involved in something, I'm committed and I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it until. So, and sometimes Not a good quality if I'm on the wrong path, though, is it? But I do try to make good quality decisions so that that isn't an issue. Um, and let me just real quickly impart with you too, real quick. Sometimes you can be looking at a decision and you can be really wanting to make that decision, but you're telling yourself, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready. Maybe I need to learn a little bit more. Maybe, your gut can tell you whether or not you are on the right path and you're in the right direction. Too many times people are getting ready to get ready and they take too long. And the sad reality is that most people think that there's enough time, that there's always going to be enough time, and the reality is that time runs out before they've done what they want to do, and they sat on the fence. So you can still make a decision even if you're not ready. Even if you're not ready, you do your due diligence, and then you can still make that decision if you're not ready. If you know in your gut, you know in your heart that it's something that you want to do and it's something that's going to improve the quality of your life, and you have all the facts and you're just sitting there because you feel like you're not ready, your gut's going to tell you, really, if what's holding you back is fear. And if that's the case, then it's just fear that's holding you back. And you can still make that decision. You can look fear in the face and you can still make that decision anyway. But that's kind of what I just wanted to cover today, just making your decision and sticking to it. Again, I got involved with an online business, and it's an absolutely incredible business. My main bread and butter is with Empower Network, and it's a great business because they are going over concepts like this all the time with us. And I'm also a member of the Prosperity Team, which is, by the way, the fastest growing team in that company. And that's not an accident. It's not an accident that I'm there. So, I'm going to encourage you, hey, if you're at all interested in taking a look at that, maybe you are, maybe you're not. That's cool either way. This is just some good information to get out to you. But if you want to take a look at what I do, please do check out the links. You can also find me at Facebook, and my fan page is julie.becker.igetpaidonline. You can connect with me there, check out my videos, you can see the businesses that I'm involved in, but please do go ahead and enter your information into the link, into the form. If you want more information, it's not going to hurt my feelings if you take a look and you just say, you know what, I don't know about that, I'm not really interested. But if you are in the neighborhood and you are kind of looking and for something different, something that can empower your life, something that can enrich your life, and if you're looking to generate some income, and I'm not going to make a promise as to how much that's going to be, because that's really all dependent on you. It always is. It's dependent on what you want to do. But I'm one that's in it. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm in it to win it. I'm in it to help you win it, to help my team win it. So do take a look. If you are so inclined, ask any kind of questions that you want. I'm a very open person. I'm pretty transparent, and I may take an opportunity to coach you. If you ask some scarcity questions, I may take an opportunity to coach you, but it's only because I care. I wouldn't do it unless I cared. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will be doing them daily on different topics. So go ahead, again, feel free to connect with me. Go ahead and enter the information if you're so interested, and I hope you have a very blessed day full of prosperous decisions that you can stick to. This is Julie Becker. I'll talk to you soon.